Welcome back team to another video. As you can see, we're still flat out cleaning parts ready for the engine rebuild. Just working our way through the 16 valves for the tarmac engine. So as we clean the last few, then you can see all the valves here clean and ready to go back in the head for cutting. So I got to say thank you to Dan once again, who popped over tonight. He's took the block for honing, showed me how to clean the valves properly, so I've just done that. They're ready. I've just got to get some valve stem seals and I can get them cut back into the head then, which is great. So we're moving on quite well with this at the minute. I just need to pull, so tomorrow night I think I'm going to get up here and do the cam timing on the shell engine, see where that is, and then I can start pulling some bits apart off that, and hopefully then I can strip the heads and start doing some work on them as well. So yeah, really productive night, quite pleased with that, and thanks Dan once again, and we'll probably cut to tomorrow night. So you join us on the next night, and I've already done the cam timing by this point because I thought we've recorded that in another video, you don't watch that twice. So I'm just taking the timing gears off and the cam out of the block. Obviously the retaining plate, I'm just undoing that in a minute, and then pull the cam out. So once the cam was out, we turned it over, pull the pickup pipe off, and start taking the rods and pistons out. So finally pull the caps off and remove the crank. Once this was done, the block could go and be washed in the new wash-o-matic. So another job down. So just going back to a few months ago, this were at Brandon Club. We went slotstox racing. Thank you to Dean for the invite and for providing the car. Really competitive and fun night. So then we moved to last weekend at Sileby, where we went slotstock racing again, but with V8s this time. Here's Guy Jolly concentrating as hard as he can to try and put in the slot. Yeah, another good night. Thank you to the MSRA for hosting us once again. And here's Peter, who hid behind the camera most of the night, so I thought we'd better get a bit of him kind of scared now.
1, 3 and 2, coming up to halfway this time. Matt leads away. Scott's gone second, Joe third.
This was one of the V8 semi-final races. We did like two heats basically, and a final between all the V8 drivers that were there. Once again, let's look at the concentration faces. Look at that, I've about to scrape the stickers off the roof, been upside down that many times tonight. So here's a quick look at some of the cars. They're purpose built for the job light. It's a bit more than just to get electrics from home light. And look at the kit they carry, it's nearly as much stuff as we carry on the truck going racing. So thanks again to the MSRA for hosting us, and I'll leave a link in the description for their Facebook page and website. So you meet us back at the yard. We're just machining up a piece of tube to use to measure the valves on my engine, or the valve spring distances on the engine. Basically, I'm checking at the minute, we're going to shim the valve springs, so I'm checking the height for the spring of the. So I've got a piece of tube on the bottom of the valve. It's actually on that valve at the minute. You see there, and then basically this is like beyond me. Thanks to Dan again for explaining to me how to do it, and then being on the phone when I need him. So yeah, and then we'll measure the distance the valve comes up. But yeah, this is a bit beyond me, this. But I'm learning all the way. It's another new thing we're learning. And finally, this don't really need to do this shimming on the valves, because these are hydraulic lifters and other things, and they're not really turning at the right rates to worry about. But it's something we're learning, and something we're I'm quite happy to just trying to learn a little bit and improve how we put things together and make them last longer, basically. Well, that's the last one of them done, and all my figures done, so time to go into the springs, I suppose. This does seem somewhat a little sketchy. But when you haven't got a valve spring compressor, needs must. So on to another night, and Dan's done the honing on the block for me last week, so he advises just to clean all the honing stuff out the bores and make sure there wasn't anything in there. Obviously it's been through the wash already, but this final clean of the bores before we start putting the pistons in. So washed it with a bit of parts wash, through we go, and then we can just oil the bores so they're ready to accept the pistons. So I'm just putting the new shells in the block, and then we could drop the crank in before we check the oil clearances on the main shells. So I'm just plastic gauging each of the journals, ready to, and then we'll torque the caps down which will then give us an actual measurement of what the oil gaps are. So that's the final torque down of all the caps. Then basically I've got to undo them all again, which take the caps back off, and the plastic gauge is squashed between, which gives us our measurement, which I'm just measuring now with the gauge that comes with the kit, and that will give us our oil gap. And then I'll have to double check that with Dan. So there we go, plastic gauge on all the things, making sure we've got the right clearances. So I'm just checking that up. So this is the final fit of the crank. I've oiled the journal bearings. I think I eventually put some bearing guard on them for when we put it together. So just get this sat in and get it all put together. Sure they're happy. So, I've just run a bit of silicone down the back of here, because I always think these weep out of these seals. They're not the best seals to get in, to be honest. So I'm going to try by oiling them a little bit, see if I can get them to slide down the block. But these are all basic. I hate putting the rear main cap in. I'll put the grease on that side, so should be okay. This will get cut out if it looks horrendous when I start doing it. And we will assist that down. So starting from the middle, we'll go, that's 1, 2. Every other one, what I like to do here I'm happy with this. It's nice and smooth, and I like to do that per bearing. Oh, that's got a bit tight. It's smooth though. Oh wait, no, it's got a bit of a chunk on the start. Nice and smooth, shall we? Ooh, hello. Why's that gone tight? Oh, right, so after a fairly stressful night, to be fair, because I switched the camera off because I put all the crank bearings in, all the main bearings, and they're picking up on the edge, that bearing there. You can sort of see, if you can see on there, the shiny edge on the bearing just here. So I've got another set of bearings. I've got another brand new set of bearings on the shelf for the other engine, and I've tried them bearings as well, and I've got exactly the same problem. So I've took the decision. I've just whammed the old big ends in. I've built it up with them, and it's perfect. So I'm going to order a different set of bearings, different make, and put them in, and hopefully that'll work. So that's put me back a bit, but oh well. That's put me back a couple of days, probably waiting for some bearings to come. So thanks for watching anyway. This video is probably going to be out late this week because I forgot. Well, not that I forgot. I didn't do a lot of filming over the last week or so. So this engine building is obviously a little bit, how can I put it? It's delicate. So I don't want to be. I'm not really wanting to think about the camera and moving the camera around, unfortunately. But this hasn't gone very well so far. So. Yeah, so I switched the camera off. I've sorted this problem out, and I'll get this video out to you. So hopefully there'll be a box pop on your screen to like. No, not like. You have to like by going down there. The subscribe will be up here, probably up there somewhere, and then a video down there. So give us a follow if you want to see me career into a terrible time. This is driving me up the wall. So yeah, thanks anyway, guys. I'll see you next time.